When Lionel Messi left Barcelona in 2021, the football world was shocked. For over 2 decades, he was the heart and soul of the club, breaking records, winning trophies, and making history. But after Barcelona's financial collapse, Messi had no choice but to leave. His next destination, Paris Saint-Germain. Many expected him to dominate Ligue 1 and lead PSG to their ultimate goal, the Champions League. But instead, his time in France was filled with inconsistencies, fan backlash, and an ugly ending. So, was Messi a failure at PSG? Or was he actually better than people remember? Let's break it all down. Messi never wanted to leave Barcelona. In August 2021, after returning from his Copa America triumph, Messi was ready to sign a new 5-year contract with a 50% pay cut just to help the club. But then, disaster struck. Barcelona, drowning in over €1 billion in debt, couldn't legally register Messi's contract under La Liga's financial rules. Just like that, Barcelona's greatest player was gone. The football world went into chaos. Within days, PSG swooped in and signed him on a free transfer. Fans expected instant success. After all, PSG now had a dream front three: Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. But things didn't go as planned. Messi's first season in Paris was far from perfect. At Barcelona, he was the main man, the center of everything. At PSG, he had to adapt to a new league, a different system, and a squad built around Mbappe. The transition wasn't easy. Messi's Ligue 1 debut, a 22-minute cameo against Reims, no goals, no assists. His first few months were underwhelming. He wasn't scoring, struggled with injuries, and looked uncomfortable in a PSG system that didn't play to his strengths. Messi finished the 2021-22 season with just 6 league goals in 26 games, his lowest tally since his teenage years. But was Messi actually bad? Not really. He provided 14 assists, the second most in the league. He was PSG's most creative player, leading the team in key passes. He dominated in the Champions League group stage, scoring 5 goals in 7 games. But none of that mattered after what happened in the round of 16. PSG bottled a 2-0 aggregate lead against Real Madrid. In the first leg, Messi even missed a crucial penalty. After Karim Benzema's historic 17-minute hat-trick, PSG were humiliated, and Messi became a scapegoat. PSG fans booed him in every game after that. And for the first time in his career, Messi wasn't loved by his own fans. Even though PSG won Ligue 1, it didn't matter. Messi's first season was seen as a failure. He had to bounce back, and in his second season, he did. Messi started the 2022-23 season like a man on a mission. Right from the start, he looked more comfortable, dropping deeper into midfield and dictating play. He formed a deadly connection with Mbappe and Neymar, and the stats showed it. By the time the World Cup break arrived, Messi had 12 goals and 14 assists in all competitions, led Ligue 1 in key passes and progressive carries, helped PSG dominate the league. Then came the greatest moment of his career, the 2022 World Cup. Messi carried Argentina to their first World Cup win since 1986, scoring 7 goals, 3 assists, and winning the Golden Ball. This was Messi at his absolute peak. He returned to PSG as a world champion, and for a brief moment, it seemed like everything was perfect. But that didn't last long. After the World Cup, PSG fell apart. Neymar got injured, PSG got knocked out of the Champions League early, and the fans turned on Messi again. This time, things got uglier. PSG fans booed him even more, criticizing him for not carrying the team like Mbappe. And when Messi missed a training session for a trip to Saudi Arabia, PSG suspended him. This was the final straw. Messi had enough. He decided not to renew his contract, and after just 2 seasons, his PSG adventure was over. But was it really a failure? Looking purely at the numbers, Messi was far from a failure. In 74 Ligue 1 games, he had 22 goals, 30 assists, a league title in both seasons. In all competitions, 32 goals and 35 assists in 75 games. More goal contributions than any other PSG player except Mbappe. Most key passes and chances created in both seasons. PSG didn't sign Messi just for Ligue 1 success. They wanted Champions League glory. And in both seasons, PSG crashed out in the round of 16. Messi's legacy wasn't helped by the way his time ended. He left without a proper farewell, and many PSG fans see his time there as disappointing. However, when we look at what Messi did individually, he was still one of the best players in the world during those 2 years. He won a World Cup, dominated Ligue 1, and still produced world-class performances. So, was Messi bad at PSG? No. Was he a failure? Not really. But did he live up to the massive expectations? Probably not. And that's why his PSG chapter will always be debated. What do you think? Was Messi's time at PSG a success or a failure? Let me know in the comments.